Achievement! I finished books 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Let's rapid fire review all of them and answer the question at the end, will I be continuing the series? Dungeon Crawler Carl, book 1. I think obviously the audiobook narrator completely carried the entertainment value in this for me. I did find it really engaging in terms of the overall characters, but I found the plot to be somewhat lacking and a little bit repetitive. It felt like the formula of kill thing, loot thing, and new funny achievement just got a little bit old by the end, but I really thought the formula worked for me overall, so 3.75 out of 5. Carl's Doomsday Scenario. I really enjoyed the introduction of quests in here. It felt like that was the missing piece here in terms of overall story and narrative. I don't totally think that it is as deep as I wanted it to be. I personally like to read very deep and engaging stories with an overall strong message and theme. That's something I think that the overall series might be missing a little bit, but this is definitely an improvement. 4 stars out of 5. Book 3, The Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook. I really do enjoy this book overall, but I think the setting is overly convoluted, which, fun fact, if you didn't know, the Iron Tangle and the Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook overall was actually something that the Patreon voters got to vote on. And if you're unfamiliar with that, you can go on the Patreon and you can vote on things that basically happen or even character names that are in the series overall. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5, but I don't think it was as fun as book 2 was for me. Book 4, The Gate of the Feral Gods. This is so far my favorite of the books so far. I think the most improved thing in this is the overall stronger message and theme that I really needed that didn't really exist in the overall books before. I really enjoyed the fact that consequences happen outside of the dungeon in this, and that really adds a layer of depth that I thought that this series really needed. And on top of the overall entertainment value, this is something I am very much enjoying. I think this is my favorite of the books so far, but it's not exactly a huge gap. So I'm going to give this a 4.2 out of 5 with room for improvements into books 5, 6, and 7. One thing I quickly want to mention before I answer the question, will I be continuing Dungeon Crawler Carl, is that I really enjoyed the Backstage at the Pineapple Cabaret chapters. If you're unfamiliar with what those are, that is bonus content that is exclusive to the hardcover editions that I have been reading. If you haven't picked those up yet, I absolutely recommend them. They're basically in the POV of some of the mobs that Donut and Carl experience on each of the layers of each floor, and I really enjoyed them. They're some of my favorite chapters really in the entire series, especially in book 1. I think they add a layer of depth that is very needed in this series. So, will I be continuing with Dungeon Crawler Carl? I mean, I've got the shirt. I am definitely very addicted to this formula. I do think it needs a little bit more depth, which is what I've been told is coming in books 5, 6, 7, and I'm sure in 8. So I'm really excited. I think that the start of this series is very much like a Transformers movie franchise. It's very entertaining. I think the formula works, but I do want that added layer of depth that I have mentioned a couple times. So let me know in the comments, do you think that I'm going to enjoy books 5, 6, and 7 more than I did books 1 through 4? And thank you for watching.